Okay, we are moving on with our series of organic chemistry, and this time we are looking at reactions of alkenes. Alkenes generally are unsaturated substances. Okay, this simply means that alkenes have at least a double bond between carbon to carbon atoms. All right, the simplest alkene has two carbon atoms and 4 hydrogen atoms. Alkenes are unsaturated, and this actually gives rise to the reactivity of alkenes. So alkenes are very reactive because of this nature, okay, because of the double bond in between carbon to carbon atoms. And alkenes undergo several kinds of reactions because of this. They can easily combine with other substances. Mostly they undergo addition reactions because the carbon to carbon double bond gives rise to introduction of new substances. Addition reaction involves the direct inclusion of a new substance into the unsaturated alkene to make it become more saturated, or at least to a degree of saturation. Okay, so addition reaction is about making an unsaturated substance become saturated. We'll take a few examples of these reactions of alkenes. The first we're looking at is hydrogenation. Hydrogenation involves addition of hydrogen to an alkene. So basically we have an alkene and we're adding hydrogen to this. This reaction normally takes place at high temperatures using catalyst. The catalyst in this case is nickel. Okay, so if alkenes are added to hydrogen using these conditions, we should actually produce an alkane. So in addition reactions, the unsaturated substance, which is the alkene, becomes more saturated. Okay, we can give a structure for this. This is the simplest alkene, which is ethene. And that's the structure for ethene right here. Okay, if we add hydrogen to this, okay, using these reaction conditions, about 180 degrees Celsius, and nickel or platinum catalyst, we should produce an alkane. In this case, the alkane has a single bond, and that double bond has been broken from the alkene. Okay, and we've added hydrogen to this, so we are producing ethane. So from ethene, which is the alkene, if we react with hydrogen, we can actually produce ethane. Okay, this is a basic reaction, and this one very good example of addition reaction of alkenes. All right, let's also see halogenation. Halogenation involves the addition of a halogen, a group 7 element, across the double bond of an alkene. Okay, so if we have the alkene right here, and we have the halogen. Okay, halogen can either be chlorine, bromine, fluorine, any of those halogens would do, and we should form haloalkane. Okay, should form haloalkane. Okay, a typical example would be let's use the same substance we used before, ethene, which is the simplest alkene with double bond, okay, between carbon to carbon atoms. And the halogen here, let's use chlorine. Okay, chlorine goes in handy, and that should break the double bond to become a single bond. Okay, we have the carbon to carbon single bond. The hydrogen atoms are still there. Okay, hydrogen atoms are very much present, but in this case, we've introduced 2 atoms of chlorine. Okay, so the reactant side, we have ethene, and that's chlorine gas, and the product side, we have actually produced 1,2-dichloroethane. 1,2-dichloroethane. Okay, so let's review this. So alkenes are actually unsaturated substances. This means they are very reactive because of the carbon to carbon double bond, and this makes them undergo addition reaction. In addition reaction, the unsaturated substance gains or becomes more saturated. Okay, we've also seen that hydrogenation reaction is a reaction in which alkenes actually combine with hydrogen to form alkanes. A typical example of this is in the conversion of oils. Okay, conversion of oils to fat. Okay, this is a typical example of hydrogenation reaction, conversion of oils to fat, and that takes place at these conditions. All right, and we've also seen halogenation reaction, in which alkenes combine with any of these halogens, okay, to produce a haloalkane. All right, let's go for the next.